Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now September 3rd of 2025, and given that the Meghan Markle drama over at Netflix and in the public eye is still a very ongoing thing at this point, we know that Meghan Markle at this point in time in 2025 is desperately trying to latch on to any opportunity that she can, whether it's within Hollywood or on her own terms when it comes to social media, and so far everything has been backfiring. It really has not been working out for her in the long run, and we know one thing about Meghan right now is that she is only in this essentially for the attention. She's really trying to have all eyes on her at all times. And that's exactly why she continues to actually, making all these announcements, making all these revelations about her future at Netflix, about her plans with books and reality television shows. We'll talk more about that down the road. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, one thing about Meghan Markle right now is that we know that she has been very sneaky the past couple of months, and she's been getting caught one after the other doing specific things over at Netflix, and of course at the same exact time behind the backs of Greg Peters and Ted Sarandos, the two CEOs of Netflix. What's interesting here though has a lot more to do with what Meghan Markle got caught doing again when it comes to her social media campaign and how it's already creating more tensions over at Netflix. Regardless of the fact that she is going to be getting a handful of one-off projects over at Netflix HQ, you can actually blame Ted Sarandos for that, and over half the board of directors over there at Netflix, because they're all on Ted's side. However, with the Meghan Markle drama only getting more intense behind the scenes, not just with Netflix, but with other studios and networks as well, one major development that is now active involves more to do with Meghan Markle and her failing social media campaign, and what happened recently behind the scenes between herself and many Netflix executives. Involves how Meghan, of course, was caught with a full-fledged rant video, but she was recently caught on video by Netflix producers and executives, get this, ranting about President Donald Trump and his entire administration, and blaming him for her failing career and why her series on Netflix failed with the ratings and reviews. Now, her rant video that was discovered also involved Meghan blaming Trump supporters as to why her show on Netflix went into a downward spiral with the ratings. The only reason why Meghan was caught with the social media post was that, once again, Meghan and her entire team, such as her agent and manager, decided to sabotage her entire plan by turning in the video intended to be uploaded on Instagram. This was, of course, handed into the corporate ladder over at Netflix, and the reason why is that Meghan's manager didn't want to deal with any type of fallout from the White House or starting any kind of drama because of Meghan's tirade against the White House and the administration. Now, nor did Netflix. In fact, Netflix executives and producers panicked and decided to warn Meghan Markle that they would create a legal case if she did indeed come forward with this video during her partnership with Netflix. Even though her contract is over, one agreement that they did make was for her to stop developing any form of social media campaigns that would hurt Netflix or draw in negative attention from the public or any sort of political arguments on social media. All the rules of which Meghan Markle broke. In addition to all of that, Meghan was reportedly furious when she was indeed confronted by the Netflix PR team that was all urging her to never do this again. Meghan's defense was that she can't be controlled by anyone or be told what to do with her life on social media. This in turn already created a tangle of issues between Markle and those over at Netflix, and comes weeks before developing, of course, for the Meghan Markle holiday special that they plan to drop in a couple of months on Netflix from now. Now guys, let me just say one thing about this. Now, the fact that she has gone on rants before about Trump, about the administration, in a very low-key style, in this case, she was going all out. She was unhinged. She was going, 100% in on political rants and tirades, and Netflix got onto it, all because of her agent and manager saying enough is enough, we gotta actually save our reputation, and we're not gonna let Meghan Markle drag us into the ground. So they betrayed her, basically, is what it all boils down to, for the third time now, and that's why she is actively trying to get rid of her agent and manager. But you know what the problem is? There's a lot of agents and managers out there that do not want to work with Meghan Markle. That's the real core problem right now, and she's having a really tough time finding the right team that would allow her to basically do whatever she wants to do and really just go off the rails. Now, again, when you're looking at her social media campaign, it has been a disaster. We know that a couple of months ago with the pregnancy video, that was probably like the final nail in the coffin when it came to Meghan Markle. I really do believe that, because ever since then, it really has been nothing more than a rising wave of backlash from the general public, not just dedicated to those over in the UK, but around the entire world. And, you know, even over here in the US, a lot of people are learning about who Meghan Markle really is, what she's all about, and exactly what she's been up to for the past several years. And again, we know that she's a liar, we know that she's very fake, phony, narcissistic. There are so many ways to actually just label her. I like to just say insufferable. It's very easy there. However, she continues. This video, of course, was already reportedly a whopping 8-minute long rant video about Trump, J.D. Vance, RFK, and the entire White House / administration, and her blame gaming as to why Hollywood is failing and why her time at Netflix was negatively received. And again, the fact that she continues to do stuff like this, she keeps continuing to do stuff like this, going on these tirades, taping it, intending to drop it on Instagram, you know, engaging in social media campaigns like this that are obviously going to backfire. She's only, I feel, trying to create viral moments, whether it's good or bad. She feels that any kind of attention is good attention for her, and that's a real low point in anyone's life. I don't care who it is, you know, even if it's Meghan Markle, that is a real low point in your life when you're looking just for either good or bad attention at all costs. And that's exactly what she's doing here, there's no doubt about that. Continuing on, and though she has blamed the administration before, Netflix did not want to actually have her do this on camera visually, since it would actually be a very bad look for Netflix. Now, Meghan is already in the process of firing her manager and agent after they called her out for the third time now and essentially betrayed her, and that too is creating a tangle of problems. And again, I mean, like I've said before, the problem is nobody else wants to work with her. That's why she's basically stuck with this agent and manager, and she really just can't get out of it. Now look, we know that at the same exact time, I think her agent and manager are trying to act like professionals. They're trying to save their reputation. They're trying to save their careers. That's really what it's all about. And that's exactly why they're turning over to Netflix and the corporate ladder. You know, the executives, the producers, Greg Peters, Ted Sarandos, everybody over there. And how now everything is really beginning to actually backfire. Because now Meghan Markle, regardless of her getting those one-off projects, her $100 million contract deal may be over, but she is getting a handful of projects here and there scattered that Netflix will look over before greenlighting it and moving forward when she brings up any kind of a proposal, right? That's how it's going to work. So again, I mean, I would like to hear what everyone has to say about all this below in the comments about Meghan Markle and exactly what she's been up to and exactly what her team is doing against her right now and everything else in between over at Netflix. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.